Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So just as I was about to start this video, I wanted to refresh YouTube, and apparently YouTube is down. Everybody on Twitter is going crazy about this. Hopefully it will be up by the time I upload this video. But I guess, hey, if you're watching this video, YouTube's probably back up now. So let's take a look at the XRP charts. Right now trading at 49.5 cents. This is XRP on the hourly. We can see still accumulating in this zone, which is represented by this yellow box here. The high end of the zone somewhere near 79 cents, and the low end down around here at about 45.5, give or take. So XRP, you know, it is chugging along, slowly coming down. No need to panic, guys. If we go below 45 cents, we might need to readdress the chart. I still am not panicked though, because, you know, if you look at the trend on the daily, we have made some significant gains for XRP over the last month or so. And so we just got to continue staying positive. Even when we put it on the weekly, we can see, we can see this weekly pattern still looking very, very bullish. All right, we'll see what this week brings. In the meantime, we got to take a look at Bitcoin, because this could give us some clues as to how XRP will perform. So Bitcoin on the hourly right now, we saw some bullish momentum all the way from about December 11th. Now Bitcoin consolidating here, trading at about 19,000 per BTC. If I put Bitcoin on the daily, you guys can see a lot of Bitcoin accumulation coming back up, going to retest this level. And why is this important, guys? Lots going on right now. This from XRPCRYPTOWOLF. Bitcoin is rallying because of record high global debt. The negative yielding global debt hits a new record high. So let's take a look at what's going on with regards to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a whole. So the price of Bitcoin surpassed 19,000 again after a major weekend relief rally. Coincidentally, the volume of negative yielding debt archived an all-time high of 18.4 trillion in recent months. Institutions and high net worth investors have increasingly invested in Bitcoin as a hedge inflation. Considering this trend, macro and market analysts are pinpointing the record high global debt as a catalyst for BTC. So the world is in debt. This is record high. Economies are suffering because of the beer flu pandemic, and Bitcoin is surging. Some are presuming because of this, or in part because of this. So Bitcoin is surging despite the dollar's recovery. That's the other thing. There are three key macro factors that could have a direct impact on the price of Bitcoin in the short term. They are U.S. stimulus, the U.S. dollar index, and the negative yielding global debt. If the U.S. approves a new stimulus package in the near term, it would cause risk-on assets to rally, which could benefit Bitcoin. But the DXY has been rallying due to the optimism surrounding vaccines and the decline in election risk. When the DXY surges, alternative stores of value, such as gold and Bitcoin, risk seeing a pullback as markets price assets against the dollar. Hence, if the value of the dollar itself rises, the value of Bitcoin and gold against the dollar will naturally decrease. So this is part of the story, the global economic picture, seeing what's going on in the world and judging your hedges accordingly. There's some big breaking news that just happened today. First, I want to talk about this. So this is another interesting point that I wanted to bring up, again from XRPCRYPTOWOLF. Jim Cramer, the founder of The Street and host of CNBC's Mad Money, has invested in Bitcoin. Now this speaks to mainstream adoption, guys. Jim Cramer's been around for a while now, has his show on CNBC. Of course, it's Mad Money. And Jim Cramer has said that he is invested now in Bitcoin. It's not a big position for me, but it's certainly important to be diversified. And Bitcoin is an asset, and I want to have a balance of assets, he said. For hesitant investors, Cramer said there's ample literature about Bitcoin, but that the history of Bitcoin's volatility tells its own story. Among Cramer's influencers are Anthony Pompliano, co-founder of Morgan Creek Digital, and Jason Sexton, who tweeted, "Buy Bitcoin. It got too much money. It got too hot, too fast," said Cramer. And he's talking about Bitcoin's initial rise in 2017, which preceded by a huge crash at the start of 2018. So there's no reason not to wait for it to come down again. So why did he buy Bitcoin near its high top? So apparently he bought near 17,000. I like to buy something, so I'll buy it from the top, he said. Cramer said his strategy was the usual. As something comes down, I'll get bigger and bigger and bigger. So he's presuming that Bitcoin will come down, and it sounds like he's going to add to his position. Since Cramer's investment, Bitcoin has risen to 19,195, a 3.72% increase in the past 24 hours. So again, looking at the Bitcoin picture, now we've got Jim Cramer talking about Bitcoin more, investing in Bitcoin, publicly stating he is invested in Bitcoin. This, I think, is going to reinforce the idea that this is a mainstream asset class that one could maybe get into if you're looking to hedge your bet. So cryptocurrency becoming more broad in the mainstream. Also, this from XRP Crypto Wolf. Fidelity CEO Abigail Johnson claims that their main goal from a commercial perspective is to bridge the world of legacy finance with the future of digital currency. And how best to do that than XRP? She doesn't mention XRP here, but this is also important because Abigail Johnson is the CEO of the $3.3 trillion mutual fund giant Fidelity. This is not a fringe investment company. This is Fidelity. They are very, very big, very well respected, and she's claimed that her company's custody business around Bitcoin has been incredibly successful. So right now, our custody business around Bitcoin has been incredibly successful. She says we've got a tremendous pipeline, and it's been really exciting to watch. She went on to mention that they never expected that providing custody would be their priority because of Bitcoin's quintessential be your own bank ethos. And if you'd asked me in the beginning if we or anybody was going to be prioritizing custody of Bitcoin, I would have said no way. I mean, that's kind of the opposite of what it's all about. So, obviously these guys have taken a different stance on cryptocurrency since the bull run of 2017 when, in a lot of ways we were still in the Wild West. Cryptocurrencies were taking off. This is when I got really excited about cryptocurrencies, but now the mainstream is realizing, big high net individuals are realizing this is a new emerging asset class. This is how we're going to make even more money. And could this hedge be part of something even bigger now? I don't know if this is going to ramp up cryptocurrency investments. It might. I wanted to show you what's going on in the news today with regards to the U.S. Treasury. So this from Sir Gordon at GordonGecko369. Exclusive U.S. Treasury breached by hackers backed by foreign government. So this from Reuters, a sophisticated hacking group backed by a foreign government stole information from the U.S. Treasury Department and a U.S. agency responsible for deciding policy around the internet and telecommunications. So this, according to some people familiar with the matter. I love how they put that there when they don't want to reveal sources. So I found another article here. Russian hackers broke into federal agencies, U.S. officials suspect. Okay, so this was originally published yesterday, guys, and just updated today. The Trump administration acknowledged on Sunday that hackers acted on behalf of foreign government, almost certainly a Russian intelligence agency, according to federal and private experts. They broke into a range of key government networks, including the Treasury and Commerce departments, and had free access to their email systems. Officials said a hunt was on to determine if other parts of the government had been affected by what looked like to be one of the most sophisticated and perhaps among the largest attacks on federal systems in the past 5 years. Several said national security-related agencies were also targeted, though it was not clear whether the systems contain highly classified material. The Trump administration said little in public about the hack, which suggested that while the government was worried about Russian intervention in the 2020 election, key agencies working for the administration and unrelated to the election were actually the subject of a sophisticated attack that they were unaware of until recent weeks. So, guys, there's a longer article here. I will link it in the description. Just wanted to point this out because it's funny. I was doing the research on this just this morning. Then I refreshed YouTube. I clicked YouTube, and YouTube was just, it was like it didn't exist. I quickly flipped over to another browser just to see if it may have been a browser issue, and I tried to log on to my Gmail. That didn't work either. So, of course, then I resorted to Twitter, and I found many people in the XRP community all stating the same thing: Gmail down, YouTube down. And then it just got me thinking, because I was just researching this, hacks into U.S. federal agencies. It got me a little concerned because there was also this. So this for me in Northing, oopsie daisy, leaked files expose mass infiltration of UK firms by the Chinese Communist Party. So loyal members of the Chinese Communist Party, or the CCP, are working in British consulates, universities, and for some of the UK's leading companies, the Mail on Sunday can reveal. An extraordinary leaked database of 1.95 million registered party members reveals how Beijing's malign influence now stretches into almost every corner of British life, including defense firms, banks, and pharmaceutical giants. So something we might want to pay attention to. Most alarmingly, some of its members who swear a solemn oath to guard party secrets, be loyal to the party, work hard, fight for communism throughout my life, and never betray the party, that in quotes, are understood to have secured jobs in British consulates. Among them is a senior official at the British consulate in Shanghai. Its headquarters is also home to intelligence officers from the UK Security Service. The official describes their roles as supporting ministries and officials on visits to East China. So some of these organizations that have been quote-unquote infiltrated: AstraZeneca, HSBC guys, Standard Charter, who is coincidentally one of the first funding members of Ripple. We've got Rolls-Royce down here as well. And again, guys, I will link this in the description of the video if you want to read further. So, you know, it leads me to believe cryptocurrency investments on the rise. And I don't know if the crypto market was rising before with institutional money because of this, you know, global threat of other nation states hacking into American systems. It did say in this article that they were, which article was it? It was talking about the Russian hack that, right, it was the New York Times article. They were saying how, you know, this information was just released now. And I think they alluded to the fact that they could have known this for a while, but it's just been released. It's just been public as of now. How many of these high-ranking officials do you think in U.S. government have known about this, maybe have been buying up cryptocurrencies, you know, as that hedge themselves because they realize, look, you know, we're pretty vulnerable here. What is the one thing that we can invest in to kind of preserve our capital just in case the SHIT hits the fan? Well, cryptocurrencies, of course, a really great investment. Not only that, guys, we have been seeing large quantities of BTC and XRP specifically been moving from wallet to wallet. We get these alerts all the time from the Whale Alert, and sometimes You Today publishes articles, you know, just stating this number of XRP or this number of Bitcoin have been moving from this wallet to that wallet, and we just kind of hear about it in passing, thinking to ourselves, yeah, well, whales exist. Whales are moving cryptocurrency. And just this morning, and I don't have the tab up because I didn't think it was going to be significant until just now when I'm talking about it, that a large quantity of BTC has been moved and a large quantity of XRP has been moved, and this was one of these Whale Alert things, which leads me to believe that, and I know this for BTC and Ethereum because they have the regulatory clarity, but that XRP as well is going to eventually have that regulatory clarity, and I think it is one of these best kept secrets, so to speak, for the hires up. Not that it's a big secret for us because we do our research. We obviously know the kind of value that XRP holds, but I have a feeling that bigwigs are accumulating XRP, not letting it go. They see the potential value. And I just wanted to bring you guys to this from Anders L. And it is an old clip. It's from over a year ago. He retweeted out Bank XRP's clip. Tim Griffin, a member in the audience and clearly a fan of XRP, asks Jay Clayton from the SEC, will the SEC rule on XRP, and when/if they will? Let me play you guys this.
Griffin, avid XRP investor. Hi, Tim Griffin, avid XRP investor, and you know that Brad's up next, so I'm going to ask this question for him. I think it's a softball. I think it's an easy question, but we'll see. You might slap me later. Will the SEC rule on XRP, and when, if they will?
Wow. So both.
You got softballs.
So look. You know, we don't comment on specific enforcement matters or whether matters are under review or dialogue. It would be inappropriate to do so. What I will say is on enforcement matters generally, there are a number of factors that go into the assessment of any remedial action. One of the matters that you think about is how much of the conduct occurred inside or outside of the United States, investor loss, those types of things. But you know, I can't comment specifically on any action. And in terms of you know, any particular product, I'm just not in a position to comment. But I appreciate the sentiment underlying your question, which is understood.
And he leaves it at that. Understood. Clearly not wanting to talk about XRP. and how it's going to be regulated. Again, he didn't even really look too kind when answering the question, and that look right there, take a look at his face. That doesn't seem like a man to me who wants to give away too much information about what is coming down the pipe for Ripple and XRP, but we've done our research. That's the beauty. We see the connections, we understand the partnerships, and how important they are going to be for the future of finance. The XRP price is in an accumulation phase right now. Are you guys stocking up on more cryptocurrency to hedge yourself against future economic uncertainty? I thought I was done accumulating cryptocurrency. I might add a little more to my stacks after reading today's news. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.